Submarines. Great big ships that can sail both above and below the water. But how do heavy submarines float? And how do they sink? Well, that's what I'm going to teach you today. All objects have a weight, and this is determined by its size and its density. When the object is submerged in a liquid, in this case water, it experiences an upwards push against its weight. This push is called buoyancy, or a buoyant force, and this force is determined by the density of the liquid. If this push is greater than the weight of the object, it will float. But what exactly is density? Well, you can imagine density like this. As you can see, there are two objects in front of you. The object on the left is filled with lots of balls, and the object on the right has much fewer balls. The one on the left has a higher density, and so it sinks, whereas the one on the right has much fewer balls, and so this causes it to float. I'm now going to hand it over to Jonathan to show a quick demonstration of this. Jonathan, can you show us how it works?
Hi Nicole, so to demonstrate this we're going to be using a balloon filled with air and a balloon filled with water. So let's see what happens when we put both of these in the tub. This one is sinking below the surface since it has a greater density, and this one is floating on top since it has a much lower density.
Thanks for that, Jonathan. As you can see, a submarine uses this very same idea. It has tanks around the outside of its body, which are filled with air to allow it to float. Whenever the crew want to dive, a valve is opened at the bottom and water is allowed inside the tanks. This increases the density of the ship and causes it to sink. Whenever the crew want to surface again, they pump compressed air into the tanks, forcing out the water and decreasing their density. This means that they will then rise back up to the surface. Isn't that interesting? How a simple concept like buoyancy can be used to make ships that can float and sink? It's amazing.